Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And your other host, Justin.
And are we coming in loud and clear, chat? Let us know. We don't want another mic mistake.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm looking at bars. Bars look good.
Bars lied to us.
The bars do lie to us from time to time. Sorry we're a little late. We decided to do things a little differently just for today. We watched AEW. Revolution?
Revolution pay-per-view, yeah.
Yes.
We want to be able to come to you guys fresh off the presses with that.
Yes, and holy cow, it was a pretty good one. Yeah. It was a pretty good one.
Now, something I find interesting here. You're not as up on AEW as I am. Oh, loud and clear, thank you. There.
Your other left.
So the woman right above the R is Jade, who was in the audience for tonight but did not wrestle. I find it interesting that they put her on this as if she was part of the billing. You know? It's fun and funny.
It's fun.
She actually did a match last week where she was tag teaming with Shaq.
Oh, that's right. You had mentioned that. And,
against Cody and Red Velvet.
Yeah.
It was originally supposed to be Cody's wife, but she's pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
We're getting another little Rhodes.
Another Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
But all the matches were spectacular. The only thing that royally bothered, I think, all of us was the very ending.
The
pyrotechnics. We're not going to spoil too much because, you know, it's still a great thing and it's still available through purchasable means.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll talk about it next week along with our review of WandaVision.
Yeah. So
stay tuned for next week.
Give you guys a week to catch up on everything before you listen to us jabber on.
Oh God, because there's a lot I kind of want to go into because I've been out of the loop for AEW. Gotcha. Like I'll catch bits and pieces that kind of come through. I heard about the Big Show coming over and going under a more realistic alias.
No, he's just going by his name, Paul.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden he's now like running half manager, half...
He's going to be at a commentary.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. I mean, he's not bad at talking. He could do a mic. It's just...
Those docile tones.
Yeah, nobody... I should say Vince didn't really like him on the mic because he was convinced that after Mark Henry, no one big can be on mic.
Vince was convinced.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's been interesting because you see over at WWE, they've tried out a lot of wrestlers as commentary. I mean, we've seen Booker T do it. We've seen JBL do it. We've seen Macho Man do it. Macho Man was one of those ones where they stuck on commentary for far too long, and he just did not want to be there. He wanted to be in the ring.
Yeah, and then Taz.
But that was also an ECW thing. Taz would fight, and then he'd go and sit down.
Yeah. But at the same time, Taz does pretty good. But Lauren was right. He does do a lot of flip-flopping when it comes to heel versus face. He doesn't know who to really... He's like, I like that person, so I'm going to go with that person. Yeah. I'm like, that's good and nice. But then a week later, he'd be like, I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
It's like,
so it works well with the way they're doing AEW that Taz is a manager of a team.
And
he's a commentator. He does commentary when his team's fighting.
Yes.
So it works well.
Yes.
But we'll let you guys make your own decisions on it. We'll get a little more in depth about what we really liked and whatnot next week.
Mm-hmm.
So last week's movies.
Tom and Jerry just aired. What was it? The previous Friday before.
It was the Friday before we watched it. So
yes.
It had been out for 3 days. So now at this point, it's been out for a little over a week.
Yeah, and it was really wholesome. Really,
too many fight snacks.
Yeah, I know, right? And speaking of snacks, after the movies, we got a nice little gift. Tom and Jerry was one of my staple cartoons.
Uh-huh.
I grew up with it, and then watching something current in this day and age, having it do it. First 2 minutes were really, touch and go there because you had a literal pigeon shitting on another pigeon.
By the way, that pigeon, voiced by the director.
So I was like, this is a bit awkward, a bit strange. Yeah. But then it got better. It got better very quickly.
All the pigeon scenes were a little...
Pull at the collar to keep you leading on because it was like narrative.
I felt like they were interrupting. We didn't need narrative.
Well, the narrative to tell us that, they were heading to Central Park when there was, we got to go over here. And then there was a little bit of intermission between it and then the bird scene.
I don't know.
The first one was a little strange.
Characters are great.
Yep.
The art's great.
Chloe did pretty good as a median between Thomas and Jerem.
They did absolutely amazing with pulling in a bunch of old gags. Right off the bat with the the looking in the hand. And I enjoyed it. I mean, if they ever do a sequel, I'll probably be down for it. We've gotten a lot of these live action animated things. We've gotten Yogi Bear. We've gotten Sonic. I mean, Sonic's technically a video game movie, but
still,
Yogi Bear, Sonic, the 2 Scooby Doos. This, I know there's more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, this one wasn't bad. And now Space Jam. I feel like I'm gonna be very disappointed with the new Space Jam. The more I see, the more I hear about this, I don't know that's gonna hit the same way. This one felt like they really wanted to bring the original cartoon to today's world, and
I'm okay with it. Yeah. It did well. Having Jerry build an entire room out of a rich woman's purse because it was an iPhone that was pasted up on the wall. There are iBuds off to the side, and I was just
charger plugged into it to make sure it didn't die.
Yeah, and their very large wedding ring as like a disco ball that illuminates the entire room, and I'm like, that's actually kind of interesting, kind of neat.
You had Tom's blueprints with the music for the Rube Goldberg machine, like an updated version. I loved it. Do we have ratings on this yet?
We do.
Nah, people aren't like, well,
Google's always good.
So, people.
5.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 24% on Rotten Tomatoes, 33% on Metacritic, and 86 on Google users. I'm throwing this with the 86. It was a very fun movie. It was a very fun movie. I'm going to see on Rotten Tomatoes on the...
It was what it needed to be. 84 from the audience. Critics just can't get their heads behind it. And I bet you a lot of these are going to call it the violence.
And I'm like, you go back and watch the old cartoons, you get it worse back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You get it a lot worse back in the day, but everybody did well. This was a very fun movie. It was bright and colorful. It would draw in some kids.
Mm-hmm.
It even had the inside jokes that, the adults would know. And it even remixed a few, as you mentioned. It's great. It's fun. Yeah. There's no problem here.
Give me some just real quick. I want to see one or two. I want to see if we can almost immediately get one calling out the violence.
Director Tim Story seeks to bring the franchise up to date with this mashup of live action and computer animation, but the result is a bad version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Nah.
1 out of 4. Tom and Jerry can't even let the cat and mouse escape with such bogus contemporary studio film standards. Tom and Jerry begrudgingly trade in the show's pratfall strengths for an unnecessary and overworked busyness. I will admit, a few scenes were a little heavy, but then again, you kind of have to in a movie like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm surprised I'm not seeing more call-outs about the violence. Honestly, I thought that was going to be the problem. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I feel like a lot of this comes down to maybe it's the fact that it's adults watching a movie that's meant for kids, but done so the adults don't get bored watching it with their kids.
Right.
That's how a lot of these things go down. Not everything's going to be a Shrek where it's like it's all in your face of the adult stuff, but kids just don't get it.
Right.
And let's be honest, we're all fucking bored with Shrek now.
I'm over it. I would like more Michael, but I'm
tired of that one.
This is a weird one. It's a 2 out of 5.
And it's somehow fresh.
Yeah, it's somehow fresh, and it says it's not super creative, but there's enough here to entertain most kids for a couple of hours. I'm like, I mean, yeah, I'll give you that, but the way you're wording it is like passive aggressive.
I like the cast. Chloe. Pena was interesting in this because this is a very different character than what we've seen him play in other things like Ant-Man and whatnot.
Yeah, this is a little bit more wacky than the Ant-Man character.
Although, if I'm remembering right, he's in Shooter, I think. Is that the same actor? Parents something to entertain their kids for a few hours, to be honest. Yeah, you're right there, chat. And honestly, I think we're seeing a lot of Shooter. Okay. We're seeing a lot of studios making decisions with the way they're making things based off the fact that they know parents are going to stick their kids in front of the TV and walk away.
Yeah.
So, I enjoyed it. Yeah. I'm not mad I watched it. It wasn't a terrible one. I had fun with it.
Yeah.
And you also had kind of a 3-way comic book mashup because he's an Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
His boss is in Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chloe is Kick-Ass.
Yes.
So you had like a 3-way comic book mashup, which was interesting. All right, second movie. We decided to go the opposite spectrum. Cartoons for adults. Cool World. 1992 PG-13 movie that was originally supposed to be R.
Yeah, I was like checking out way early with this movie. I am not a big fan.
So, I've seen this movie plenty of times. It was supposed to be a Roger Rabbit for adults type of thing. I think the movie's not good. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not great.
Certain pieces of animation are pretty on point, but then it's like the ones that they throw in your foreground, it doesn't feel good.
But they do some really fun effects where he gets out of a car, then walks in front of it, and all of a sudden the car is just a 2D piece of fucking wood. Like,
yeah.
There's parts of it that are actually really cool, really interesting.
Yeah, the set pieces that utilize that 3D spectrum, but it's supposed to be in a 2D world, so of course it would be flat and textureless.
To the 3D person.
Right, and I'm like, that's smart. I made mention of
there
that.
was some interesting art. It gets praised for its soundtrack.
But it has good music.
In fact, there's a song on here people begged for an album release because the band did not release it on an album until like the 2000s when they did like a best of type of thing.
Right.
I do stand up for the director / writer on this, and the fact that he went to the studio and said, I want to make an R-rated movie that mixes live action and animation. And they went, cool. He wrote the script. He brought them everything. They read it. They went, great, make it PG-13.
And you can't do that with an adult themes. I mean, you can.
But when you already have an entire script and you tell me to chop it to bits, this is what happens.
That's what happens. And the ratings kind of follow along with that. Even Google users are a little low
they
for
put
it.
it low.
Yeah. 4.9 out of 10 on IMDb. 4% on Rotten Tomatoes, 28% on Metacritic, and 77% on the Google users. I'm going to have to throw this at a way low 20, maybe even lower, just because it during the opening scenes in the animated world, it threw a lot in the foreground to make you go, loud noises, this thing, that thing, and I'm like, but I want to know what's going on in the background. I want to know what's going on with that female character. And it's like, no, crazy stuff isn't happening in their house. Who cares? And
I'd like to see what Rotten Tomatoes audience thinks. I know it's not going to be good, but I just want to know.
Yeah, 31.
31. Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones I'm never going to go, let's watch Cool World tonight. Unless it's something like this where we're purposely pairing things and whatnot. But if I'm flipping channels and Cool World's on, I might stop and watch it for a bit.
Yeah.
I'll probably put it at a 50 because I'm 50-50 on it. Am I going to watch it? Am I not going to watch it?
Yeah.
It's really going to come down to my mood.
Yeah, as for me, I would pass it. I would pass it right by.
It does have a stellar cast.
It does have a stellar cast. And some of the scenes do pop pretty well. It's just the entire thing feels like a mess. It feels rather jumbled. I can see the want after Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but at the same time, if half of it got left on the editing floor, I would want to see the unedited, straight up, give us the R-rated version.
And that's the thing. There isn't even like an R-rated version out there.
No.
Filmed, sadly.
But the script still exists.
Yeah, the script still exists, yeah. So this is 92. When was Roger Rabbit? 80s, right?
I want to say just before my birthday.
Old bastard.
Yep, just before my birthday, I want to say.
88?
It is 88.
So this is only 4 years later.
And this did it much better.
It did. But it's one of those things where it's like, first of all, you've got a stellar director, Robert Zemeckis. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the other director, but Zemeckis had already done things like Back to the Future.
And then this has a stellar, even the voice acting cast, because you had Kathleen Turner playing Jessica Rabbit.
Another thing you have going for you with this one would be the writer. Where's the writer?
Yeah.
And also this has the benefit that it was a book. So there's the book. Screenplay. There we go. Jeffrey Prince and Peter S. Seaman. So
what an unfortunate last name.
Yeah. Gary K. Wolfe wrote the book, Who Censored Roger Rabbit. And Disney Warner Brothers opted to do this movie and whatnot. And they chopped that book up. And the movie's nothing like the book. In fact, the movie's a billion times better than the book. The book's probably closer to fucking Cool World, honestly.
Really? Okay.
The book's a little darker and a little weirder and whatnot. And the movie did so well, and the writer liked the movie so well that he released 2 sequels to his book. The first one that explains that his first book is a nightmare Roger's happening, and that the events of the movie happened.
And then the following.
And then the follow-ups are like more things in the vein of the movie.
Okay.
I think it was 2. Yeah.
I might check out the book then. But Christopher Lloyd as a villain who
amazing.
It's great.
The judge.
And I don't. I would rather watch this.
This is fucking amazing. The fact that we never got the sequel is sad, and the fact that we never got the show is sad. You remember Bonkers on Disney?
Bonkers
was originally supposed to be a Who Framed Roger Rabbit show, but Warner Brothers and Disney couldn't come to an agreement on like rights and
I loved Bonkers,
what percentage and whatnot. So Disney said fuck it, and they made Bonkers.
Just because it was supposed to be a what happens in Toontown when the sun goes down in Toontown. Yeah, because it was.
I think there's a party going outside.
I think so too.
There's some other people that watch Revolution.
I guess.
No, I mean, look at this movie, printed money.
Yeah, that's what I was about to mention. I was like, this made 6 times, 6 and some.
And you hadn't seen anything like this yet. I mean, you'd had cartoons and live action before Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
But you never had the crossover.
Yeah, I can't think. Well, no, you had live action. It just the crossover. Yeah, okay, the Disney Warner Brothers crossover. Can't think of the movie though. He's dancing with a little mouse. I can't think of it.
Little mouse?
Yeah. Is it Dick Van Dyke? No. I don't remember.
Oh, Mary Poppins?
No, but that's a good one too. That's another live action.
Yeah, that is.
Crossed with cartoon.
Well, to be fair, it was just they didn't dance with them. It was just them in front of the green screen.
Well, yeah.
They didn't have interactivity with it.
Yeah. Family Guy made fun of it by putting Stewie over it.
Huh? I mean, I was gonna look at that.
Here it is. So it's Jerry Mouse and Gene Kelly from Anchors Away, 1945.
Oh wow.
Is my sound? My sound is off, so I can play this for you without us being sued. This is actually, and remember, this is 1945. Anyone that wants to see this, you can find it on YouTube. Quick and simple. The interaction, he bounces Jerry off of his knee and everything. It's amazing.
I've seen a dance similar to this, like actual dancing, but not with Jerry Mouse.
And these effects are pretty amazing for 45.
Yeah.
I mean, the majority of it is they had Gene Kelly go in there and dance, and they animated a mouse over him,
Yeah.
But, I mean, I may have skipped too far ahead. We may have missed the scene. Oh,
there's
a good interaction scene.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it'll do in a pinch, as they say. So,
while Roger Rabbit was not the first time we had seen animation, there you go, where he's bouncing him off his muscles. While this is not the first time we see animation crossover with live action, this was a big deal, and I think that's one of the reasons why it printed the money that it did.
Oh yeah.
So, but
I mean, it even had some more mature themes.
It did. I mean, Jessica Rabbit, just in general, nice booby trap. The death of the weasels.
Oh yeah, and the very last scene with Judge Drew. They
killed Acme. You don't see him die, but you see his chalk outline. They dropped the fucking safe on his head.
Yeah,
the movie had its darker towns.
And I would like to see. This is one that I would actually like to see in a today's time. Now, the reason why I'm going to say similar to, not exactly, not a full 100% Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2021 type of cut, but like the inheritance of Roger Rabbit. Like Roger has lived out his life with Jessica Rabbit and is moving on the mantle or something of the such.
The new little bunnies getting into trouble and the new rough-edged cop has to help them.
Right. Something similar to that.
Be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a package, right?
We have a package. Let me go ahead and close. Let me switch over to
John Moxley's going to glare at you while we open this.
That's fine. Okay, I don't want John Moxley to look at me. So,
I mean, he's a nice guy from what I understand.
So I have a bit of a snack cultural appreciation trade, so to speak, with one of the viewers, my girlfriend, Socks, and
smack my face in the mic.
Smack your face in the mic. And so today we are going to be trying a whole bunch of snacks. So pardon the rough sounds that you may or may not hear. Hopefully the board will pick
It sounds dirty when you say it that way.
I don't care.
I promise to eat away from the mic.
And there's a couple coffees. Hopefully in the coming weeks we will have those ready.
Yeah.
a Pacifica Havana's Best. 2 sets of beans, one that is wild vanilla, rich cacao, and honeycomb, while the other one is chocolatey of a sort.
Now, I wonder, and maybe Socks can answer this, or we'll have to just experience it, if this is done like we have a lot of the flavored ones here in America, where they're... the problem I run into with the flavoring on it is you get almost a chemical taste. I'm wondering if this is done a little bit more natural than that. So, we'll see.
Smells good. They both smell good. Oh, God.
And he breaks it.
And I break it. Fruity popcorn.
Ooh.
She says I would definitely like this one. So there's this. Oh man, I'm gonna run out of room super quick.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to display all these on screen for you guys.
Nope. 4 teas, 2 of chamomile and 2 of fruit infusion, from 2 different brands. Both of them are native to New Zealand.
You may have to do the chamomile at home for like a video.
Yeah.
Like a little try video at home.
Yeah.
It's because we don't want you falling asleep mid-cast.
No.
Yeah, so we got summer fruits with New Zealand manuka leaf?
Manuka honey.
Manuka.
Yeah.
And then chamomile with lemon, honey, and New Zealand manuka leaf.
Yeah,
Nice.
both of which are sweeteners. And then the other 2 is another chamomile and another various...
I like this can.
Where is it? There it is. Mango and strawberry. But yeah, the other one is chamomile with honey and vanilla.
I'll hold them up to the... What kind of... Whoa. Oh, wait.
Oh,
I'm doing backwards. Oop, shit.
with the Mountain Dew, however, it has the old Do the Do.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Do the Do. I have not seen Do the Do on that for
Probably
a while.
done by a different company. That's probably why.
Yeah.
They probably have a packager.
Yeah. So this one
Country.
is one that I said I would try on cast. So save half that can because half of it's going to Lauren.
Energy 705 kg.
Okay.
DI 8%. That's interesting.
Yeah, daily intake because they consider everything caloric into energy.
I like that. That's a cool concept. Over here, we're so worried about calories that we hear the word calorie, we panic, even if it's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I know they both have beans from the Pacific Islands, and there's a bunch of diversity in flora/fauna. Not a huge coffee drinker, so I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Socks. No, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna try them out. It's just I've noticed something about like a lot of the companies here in America. I don't think it's natural the way they put the vanilla flavoring to the beans, so you get like a chemically taste. Boom. I'm gonna open this under the table.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. So this is the Mountain Dew Passion Fruit Frenzy with Citrus Flair.
Oh, wow.
The color. Look at the color.
Yeah.
What is that? What color would that be?
I'd say lemonade. It looks kind of lemonade-ish.
Ooh, that smells like the passion fruit boba I get.
I wish I had a small cup because there's a second Mountain Dew I want you to try.
That's good.
I'll just waterfall it. I don't care.
That made me
Salivate.
tingle.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh. What's up? Oh.
I will drink it out of Batman.
Are you sure?
It's never been used.
Yeah, but it's still a little dirty, but
It's fine.
okay. If you're okay with it, I'm okay with it.
It's literally never been used.
Okay.
It's a cookie jar.
It is a cookie jar.
It was either that or the one ring that's got a bunch of pens and pencils in it.
Yeah. So give that a shot. This one here is the Mountain Dew Major Melon. Ooh.
We had the Major Melon here.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah, we had the Major Melon in America now.
Well, I know that we had it in America. Yeah, I bought it. I said I wanted to try it. Ooh, I do not like it.
It's alright. It smells better than it tastes.
Yeah, it smells a lot better than it tastes. I think I'll stick with the passion fruit for the rest of the night. Thank you very much.
Now I gotta clean Batman.
Yeah, now you have to clean Batman's head, his skull.
He's very displeased about me drinking from him.
Something else that we said we would try on microphone.
Oh.
Might as well get it over with.
All right. So I am a weird American in that I have tried Vegemite without traveling to another country. So this next thing is Snaps.
Shapes.
Or Shapes?
Shapes.
Sorry, I thought it was an N. Oven baked, not fried, Vegemite chips.
Vegemite and chips. Or Vegemite and cheese.
So I've had Vegemite spread on bread. Yes. I've had Vegemite spread on bread. And I fucking hated it. It was absolutely horrid.
Also, passion fruit Mountain Dew out of 10. I'll give it a 9. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think about 9. Maybe if it was a little colder.
I thought it was wrong for.
Smell it. I can't decide if you like it or not. All right, that's what it looks like. Kind of reminds me of
Triscuit? No. Bread and
chicken and biscuits.
That's it. I know I keep saying that, but that is the best way of putting it. It's not great. It's okay.
That's better than Vegemite on bread. But when you breathe in, while it's in your mouth and you breathe, that little like harsher taste you're getting, that is the Vegemite.
Okay. I'm getting a call. Here. Go ahead and talk about...
I didn't try it as a dare. I tried it as like an ethnic food thing. It was presented to me, type of thing. Oh, he has to step out. So yeah, the Vegemite was not a dare thing. I actually we were doing like an ethnic food thing, and I tried it that way. And I could not stand it. The shapes, those are more doable. Yeah, he had to run away from AFK from the keyboard. Now, what I find interesting, I'm gonna reach over and grab the box. I'll be away from Mike for a second. I'm tangled on cords. It has the container. It shows the Vegemite container right there. And that's pretty much what I had, was a Vegemite container that they opened up and they got some bread and was not a fan. I would assume you can probably get Vegemite out here. It's just not a big thing in the States, definitely. It's definitely a New Zealand, Australian thing.
Pizza guy didn't want to knock, so...
That's what it was, okay. I thought maybe there was an emergency.
I thought it was 2 because I was like, I don't recognize 202. Who the fuck calls from 202?
Socks was like, sorry, the Vegemite was bad enough that made Cliff go AFK.
No, I mean, I do need to rinse out the mouth, but...
So I was telling the chat, that's pretty much the container my Vegemite was served out of. So, we'll make Lauren try this next. These were... We had to. We had to have snacks while watching the pay-per-view.
Yeah, so
these are open. Thick cut. It's from Bluebird. Crispy bacon.
Now, a meme I have with her is there's a penguin up at the top, and I go, so they're made out of penguin.
No, it's Linux.
It's made out of Linux. But I
like. Oh my god, I'm gonna make a Linux and just call it thick cut.
Damn.
Oh god, nerd jokes.
Yeah, these are great. These are delicious. Everything that I've had from Bluebird has been positively delicious. I have the chicken chips. She throws those in there every time she sends in a package. This is not the first.
The way she wrote thick cut.
Yeah, thick cut. This is not the first package she sent. The first package had chicken chips and other types of the Bluebird brand. I loved them, and so she sent them every single time. Mm-hmm. The other thing she sends that I'm a huge fan of...
Hold on, before we move on to that. Oh. So, I actually have had bacon chips in the past that I fucking hate. These are good. I actually really like these. Also, please tell me what Promite is. Go ahead on with that now.
So, another thing that she sends is Crunchy, which is honeycomb wrapped in chocolate. Simple, quick, easy. I love it. It's great. Now, every time we get it here in the States, the 2 times I've had it in my past in the States, I wasn't having a good time with it. I'm having to wait for it to dissolve before finally biting. This I can bite into. It's great. It dissolves so nice, even if it's a little hard. It's just great.
I will say, you sometimes, because this is something I love that I get here regularly. Sometimes I'll get pieces in the ones here in the States that I bite into. And it's just like a fucking brick. Biting into it is damn it. You just sit there. to try to get through it. Sorry for that noise. But that's the reality of it. If you're not going to drink the Major Melon, I'll drink it. That way I don't kill all the pomegranate on Lauren.
That's fine.
So I'll take the Major Melon if you're not going to drink it.
Yeah, I'm not going to drink it.
Cool. Batman, get back here.
Batman, get back here.
He had me try one of those. That's amazing. It's a good thing it's not a thing here in America because I'd be buying that every time I stopped at a gas station. And
she knows that I truly enjoy it. So, Hokey Pokey Squiggles, which is cookies topped off.
I love the name.
Yeah. Hokey Pokey is another name for the honeycomb. So, it's Hokey Pokey topped biscuits. Cookies.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, okay. The other things include a giant fuck-off brick with more of them in it. Like, this is...
like a cat... Is that Cadbury?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Cadbury.
We get really screwed on our Cadbury selection.
We sure do. That's why she also sent Whitakers, because our Whitakers also get screwed. So
I will say the coffee Whitakers that we have out here are pretty good.
Okay. But the Whitakers, little tiny mini size singles. Promises invested the mites. Cliff said I wasn't allowed to send a jar in the very first package because it would be a waste if you guys hated it. Yeah,
that's a fair point.
Yeah, I don't like overly bitter things or overly salted things. That's why I don't.
Also, though, I hate wasting things, so I will find a way to eat it.
Curly Whirly Squirrelies, which is, I guess, little tiny chocolate caramels, I would assume.
Those are delicious.
Yeah.
Have you ever had stroopwafel?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of stroopwafel just because the two texture contrasts unless you heat it up perfectly.
You're supposed to put it on top of your coffee cup.
Yeah, see, but I don't do that, so that's where I'm like...
You put it on top of a teacup.
Yeah, good. Right.
That was one of those things. My brother traveled Europe and he came back and he was like, stroopwafels, dude. I was like, okay, we'll try stroopwafels. I was like, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Something that we have here in the States, but this is probably going to be a little bit better, Carmelos. But in a huge fuck-off bar.
Nice.
More honeycomb stuff. But...
Kit Kat does honeycomb.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. We have a Japanese store here where I can buy like the green tea Kit Kats. I need a New Zealand store where I can buy all the honeycomb shit.
Yeah, and then the Whitakers giant brick.
Oh. Dude, I can't move to New Zealand. I'd get so fat.
Yeah, move these over to the side. Something that I've had in the past, but in a different variety. Mm-hmm. This is the Pascal Party Pack, which is like little gummies, like vibrant gummies.
Oh.
The other coffee.
Ooh, those feel a little tough.
Yeah, they're a little tough. It feels just because I think the shipping may have caused it to do that. But,
elevation change.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
Just suck on them.
A whole bunch more crunchies.
It's not the first time you sucked on something.
You're not getting any of this now. What looks to be a Rolo package, but it's little chocolate drops. Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Oh. That's interesting. It does look like Rolos, but like it's all chocolate. Interesting. Now, party mix. You put it in a bowl at a kid's party. People pick out what they want and then
leave the bum ones.
Yeah.
So it's disappointment sharks. You ever get those sharks with the white bottoms?
Yeah.
I'll eat them if I'm feeling super depressed.
But why would you if you can have Swedish fish?
Right. I mean, if I like Swedish fish.
You don't like Swedish fish?
I'm neutral. Like, I'll eat them if they're there, but I'm neutral.
You know, the party mix thing just doesn't sound very COVID friendly.
Yeah.
Everyone's sticking their hands in a bowl.
And then, as said, I really like them, so she sent me enough to tide me probably the rest of my vacation. Speaking of which, I'm on vacation.
Vacation!
Woo! Now...
There's a New Zealand classic. They're a New Zealand... sorry, I read that wrong. They're a New Zealand classic.
Yes.
Gotcha. Oh, no.
We're going to try these out, too. The barbecue shapes.
Are those still with Vegemite or no?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about no Vegemite in these.
Oh, the other shapes were edible, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Sorry about the crinkling. Ooh. I like the smell of ooh. Those actually have like an herbally smell to them.
Oh, damn, I didn't want so many.
I was trying to just hand you a couple, but... yeah, this is all covered in herbs and stuff. Alright.
11 herbs and spices.
Oh, I can get down with that. That is a really good barbecue. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come here, Come here, passion fruit. I was about to say pomegranate, but I keep calling this pomegranate. It's not pomegranate.
This whole time I was thinking there was another dew in there because you told me pomegranate on the way here.
I did.
These aren't bad.
I like it. It's not like a...
They're a bit soft for me.
Are they?
I want a slight bit more of a snap or a crunch. Kind of like the Vegemite one was.
Okay.
But, that's just texture, what's the word I'm looking for? Preference.
Gotcha.
Yeah, these aren't bad.
And then last up... actually, I'll say second to last. I might need to throw these in a bag, because I think they may have popped on the trip over here, from home to here, because this one had a little more air in it. But those are the chicken chips that we were briefly talking about. These are amazing.
Does New Zealand have penguins?
Probably down south.
I mean, we'll know in a minute.
Okay.
I'm just curious as to why penguins were bluebirds picked.
And
also, why they're called bluebird picked a white and blackbird.
fair enough. And then the last but not least is a favorite, but honeycomb flavored.
Maltesers. We finally had Maltesers in the States for a while, and I haven't seen them since.
I have not either.
They were here for a bit, and we went hard on them in this household, and then they disappeared.
Ooh.
They're better than for all the Americans. Think Whoppers, but good.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like Whoppers until I had Maltesers.
Oh, yo. Oh, man. If I don't share these, they're going to disappear. These are amazing. The Malteser honeycombs are by far up there. Like, they're just nice. They're just... They melt so perfectly.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, my God. Okay, but I'm going to set all this over here. And,
they do have penguins. They're endangered.
Yeah.
We had penguins in Vegas for a while. I don't know if we still do. Wayne Newton had them at his old house.
Oh.
Before he moved.
Right. Aside from that, she sent a meme, some artwork from the family, and a couple scarves. One for me and one for my mother.
Nice.
And a little tiny stitched Cthulhu.
We get weird springs, so the scarves may come in nice.
Yeah.
I think the penguins on the bag is named Chippy. I like that.
Chippy the bluebird.
A little
penguin.
knitted Cthulhu. That's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Do you pray for him and go?
Cthulhu for Tagen.
Suddenly the house levitates.
And the very last thing would be a couple bags to make sure that they're nice and stationary. They're little kiwis covered onto... Oh, there it is. I was like, I knew I said it somewhere. Little kiwis.
That's adorable!
I will leave one for you guys, and I will take the other one for myself.
Sweet. I will totally show it off at Trader Joe's.
Cool. But yeah, they're one of those reusable bags, and it looks much more sturdy than ours here in the States.
The only kiwi thing in America is shoe polish.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's the name of the brand. And yeah, all of it came in a nice bustled box, tightly knit and beautifully orchestrated. This, as said, will probably just last me just the vacation.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the socks. Thank you for all the love and care you give him and the love and care you give the show. It's much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we're going to move on to the news, and we're going to probably blow through this a little fast. We got pizza cooling downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Pretzel pizza cooling downstairs because we're disgusting.
Yes. All right.
You're welcome. Yeah, he told me Vegemite, and I was like, ooh. I had an experience.
You did. You did.
All right, what is this? I've been staring at this ghost for the last 20 minutes.
Okay, so Genshin Impact.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah, still playing it, still enjoying it. Hu Tao and the last bit of 1.3 before 1.4 drops by the end of this month. It had a quest involving her, and it was a rather mature quest because she talks about the balance between life and death, and she works for a funeral
Not
company.
the mature I thought you were going with.
Oh, no.
I was like...
No. I mean,
is the ghost
maybe later.
confused or?
She basically talks to spirits, so the ghost is kind of just there.
I was more referring to the question mark. Like,
Oh,
is it
the question
confused?
mark? Yeah, kinda. It doesn't know
Okay.
where it's going. Yeah.
Look at all that fucking fire around it.
Look at all the fire.
Those are hell butterflies.
Those are hell butterflies. Her kit is very much get out of my way. I'm doing damage to you, whether you like it or not. I like her character. I like the story that she was telling. Basically, she runs the funeral parlor, and she kind of has a connection to the other side. And I'm like, cool. And the next big expansion, we're going to be getting a character we ran into the last patch when the mountain was released. And I'm like, I'm glad you guys are still going, but we need a lot more fun events, because with the Zhao Lanterns, we got Theater Mechanus, and that was amazing. Me and Socks had a blast with that. And then this one is send people out on more missions, and we're like, that's not really connectivity to us. We're getting Primo Gems, so thanks for the free stuff, but we're not getting a full benefit of an event.
Gotcha. I mean, can't always be in events. There's
No.
got to be some downtime.
The confused ghost of her knee. I mean, yeah, it is coming out of her knee, isn't it? Maybe it is. Maybe she keeps souls in every bone of her body.
Water on the knee? No, it's a ghost.
It's a ghost. But still,
Upper exorcism?
I mean, that it kind of leads into her one of her requests is you have to do an exorcism. That's not really an exorcism. Because she's like, why? If it was a real need for an exorcism, it would be far worse than
Is it
this.
just like a ghost using a body like a hermit crab uses a shell?
No, it is a guy going up to Hu Tao going, I'm being followed, I'm having problems, and as soon as that whole entire exorcism is done, she goes, I'm just kidding, dude. It was all a prank. And he's like, oh, well, thanks for that anyways, bye.
Chat also says maybe it's a ghost that just lets her know when it's going to rain by aching a little.
Yeah, maybe.
They can definitely tell when it's raining.
Yeah. It's a little chilly outside.
What we got next?
Boop.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
So, for Destiny 2, Trials of Osiris was disabled last week due to an exploit that's kind of been a thing for a while.
This is not the first time we've covered this kind of thing.
No, so the Trials of Osiris thing is basically you go through and you put an emblem on your character, and other people put emblems on their character, and it allows the people that have equipped these emblems to show that they're game to trade for wins. And so the two fire team leaders then roll virtual dice over chat, and the winning team rejoins the match on the characters they want to win with, while the losing team backs out of the match. And basically, it's guaranteed wins on your characters.
Winner stays, loser back off?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it lets people win. Destiny, it's been like this pretty much the entire time. Destiny lost their shit now that they realized, because it was really getting used. Like, it's been there, people were using it a little bit, but it was being used a lot. And so Destiny shut down Trials of Osiris until they have said indefinite until they figure out a way around this.
Just I would say refresh the entire thing. Don't have winner stay, loser leaves. Just refresh the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. So then the fire team leader that wins the role gets a free chip to the lighthouse, yada yada. And other Bungie news, though. Bungie is encouraging players to try the 12-player raid glitch. So they are telling players to try a glitch. You can flip back and forth between both photos. We don't need to get rid of one over the other.
Well, I already got rid of the other one.
You jerk. Because that's part of the next part of Destiny news.
Okay.
I have 3 Destiny newses. So Bungie is encouraging players to try the 12-player raid glitch that is currently going on in Destiny 2. Saying the studio is not rushing to fix it.
Okay, I was about to say, they're wanting you to break the game?
Yeah, kind of. So Bungie did note that because the activities in question aren't meant for 12 players, things may get odd.
Okay.
So, the studio said it will fix the bug before the return of the Grandmaster Night falls on March 16th, presumably to maintain the integrity of the rewards. It'll come with conquering the title. Bungie also announced some community voting, which was what the first image was, and what is the second image, where players can choose between the dinosaur-themed and armor and the movie monster-themed armor. Later this year, Bungie will be doing the Halloween stand-in Festival of the Lost they will sell a new armor for silver, which is real money, or bright dust, which is in-game currency used to purchase cosmetic items. The silver or bright dust armor sets are going to be common. Silver or bright dust armor sets are common for holiday events. But this year, they're doing a nice little thing with letting you vote between movie monsters. You got a Cyclops, what I'm assuming is supposed to be Creature of the Black Lagoon, and I have no idea what that other thing is. Maybe Godzilla?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla. Without directly saying it because they don't need to be sued.
No.
And then the other thing is the dinosaur ones. You've got a Tyrannosaurus, you've got I think a raptor.
Raptor, T-Rex, and what seems to be a Triceratops.
Or Triceratops. I said Tyrannosaurus. I meant Triceratops. So, go and vote for which one you like. I personally like the dinosaur ones.
Yeah, the dinosaur ones
despite being a huge horror fan, I really like the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'm sure these three aren't going to be the only ones.
I'm not entirely sure.
Next one's going to be you.
Oh, what do you think of this guy? I know you know nothing on him, but what do you think just looking at him? What do you think he does for a living?
Plays Hotline Miami in the dark.
That's what you do for a living.
Yeah.
So this is the Trickster, the new, as everyone's claiming, sexy K-pop star who is the new killer in Dead by Daylight.
Cool.
So we have new K-pop star. People are saying he doesn't belong with the cannibals and the serial killers and yada yada.
We have literally Jigsaw in there and Pyramid Head.
But they're saying that he's too colorful and different. But if you read his backstory, he left his bandmates to die in a fucking fire. He could be, which could be proven criminal.
Negligence. Even though you're not a hero.
Yeah. And then he started killing people and mixing his songs with their screams.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. He seems like he's going to be fun. He's got a really cool cut down, and there's a lot of people online. They're just thirst trapping on this.
They hungry?
Yeah. They're talking about being stepped on. Everything. People are loving
fucking the giant woman in Village. All I want to do is be stepped on by you, the giant woman, the giant woman.
He also went ahead and killed all of his producers except one, and she's the new survivor in the game. Because you get a new survivor sometimes.
Oh.
So, the fun little story stuff. There's a lot of people that are saying he looks too much like Jared Leto's Joker, and I'm like, yeah, if you whitewashed him.
Or K-washed him.
Well, I'm saying whitewash him to make him the Joker. Yeah.
Boop.
So another one.
Yeah, what's this?
So it's a little card game. It's by an indie company. It's called Signs of Sojourner. And really the news here is that it's coming to consoles. PlayStation on March 17th, Switch on March 18th, and Xbox on March 19th. Also, they're releasing 5 new characters for you to meet and interact with on PC. I haven't played the game, but I love giving a shout out to indie companies, and the fact that they're making the move into consoles is a pretty big thing for some companies. So I say check it out. It's got some fun little artwork. This is directly from their Twitter page, and your cards are your voice.
Oh, okay. I see how it does. It's dominoes, but with a little bit more actual building. Okay.
There's some story here and whatnot. So
okay, I could probably mess with this.
So check it out. It's currently on PC, but I think it's also on mobile. But it's coming to all the consoles.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
yes. So Pringles has announced the only place in the galaxy you'll find limited edition Pringles MOA burger is at Walmart. Our last shipment from Halo Reach has arrived. Be sure to grab them while you can. So it's the MOA burger or the MOA burger. Let me break down that the MOA burger is described as a quadruple hamburger made of ground space bird ostriches, cheese, pickles, lettuce, and onions, and the unidentified sauce. And they're saying that these chips taste like that entire burger.
Okay.
You gonna try them? I'm scared to try them.
If I find them. The other limited edition one that I found that I enjoyed was roasted garlic and parmesan. And
I've had that one.
Yeah, they tasted like Domino's breadsticks. Like, that was just the best way of really wording it. They're fine.
Sock says a moa is an extinct huge ostrich-like bird from New Zealand. Okay, so I was right when I said ostrich.
You might be right. It could be. People joke that the natives hunted them to extinction. I mean, that is the most common way to get things to be extinct, is hunting.
I mean,
or poaching.
dodos were dumb enough to do it to themselves.
You
know, that's the extinct country bird of Canada. They chose to have, like, I mean, there's a country bird. We have the bald eagle as our country bird. They have a country bird, but they also chose to have an extinct country bird.
Do you want to know the funny thing about our state bird?
Our state bird? What?
They don't even live in our state anymore. They do not have any frequency.
We're also the silver state, but do you ever hear anything about us mining silver?
Not anymore. Not every country can have a cute fuzzy. Yeah, I want a kiwi.
Okay, would you eat a kiwi burger?
I mean, that's where we get our kiwi fruit. Duh.
It's fucking stupid. So yeah, what do you think of the boas?
I don't know. I'll give it a shot.
I'll try them.
I'll give it a shot.
If we can get a hold of one, we can try them on pod.
Sure.
But the concept of trying to make an entire chip taste like a
big, huge fuck off burger.
Yeah.
And
lettuce and onions and all.
And then whatever this sauce is, whatever that sauce is, whatever this cheese is, whatever this coleslaw looking thing is.
Just the blood of your enemies.
Probably. Like, I'm worried. I'm worried. Also, everyone's noticing that the Pringles guy's
got the
no hair.
Yeah, he's bald.
Oh. Nope.
Whoa!
Nope,
what did you do?
I just clicked just his face. I wasn't prepared for that. Oh God! I have killed him.
Oh, I'm taking mouse privileges away from you. The chat asks. Chat's going.
Remember, if you want to join us in chat, twitch.tv/the UglyMugs. Are you good?
I'm good. The chat's asking us to Google a moa, and you give us a thirst trap with a Pringles guy.
I'm just gonna
Google moa.
Google moa.
I'm crying. Yeah, big ostriches.
Big fuck off ostrich.
Jesus, the comparison to a man.
Oh, and then the fact that the woman is twice the size as a male.
She gotta protect her eggs.
Jesus.
That's a big ass bird.
It is a big ass bird.
I'm not sure I would want to eat that thing.
I mean, if you can kill it.
It would fight its way out of me.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay. Next. We're wrapping this up kind of quick. Watch Dogs Legion. So,
yes.
Pretty much no co-op online mode for PC players. I think those birds, when you try the Pringles... Okay. Watch Dogs Legion made an actual announcement here. DedSec, we are excited to see new recruits in London when we launch the online mode of Watch Dogs Legion on March 9th. Before we launch, we want to make you aware of a few things that have just come to our attention. We've identified an issue in the PC version that can cause the game to crash for players with certain GPUs. The team is working on fixing this issue as quickly as possible. In the meantime, we've made the decision to wait to launch the PC version until this is fixed. We will communicate the new launch date as soon as possible. It sucks that this came 2 days before we're supposed to launch.
I mean,
but when you find, it was 2 days ago that they tweeted this, so 4 days before it launched. But
even still, less than a week.
I'm glad they told us, though, and are handling it.
Yeah.
We've also identified an issue that can cause the game to crash during the tactical op. Therefore, we have made the decision to launch on Xbox and PlayStation and Stadia March 23rd. PlayStation 4 and 5 will have a limited in-game text chat at launch. We're working on a fix for this, which will be coming March 23rd as well. We are committed to delivering the best experience to all players and working diligently to address the issues outlined above. We appreciate your patience and understanding. With Watch Dogs Legion dev team. It was a nice, straightforward, also themed thing. So, I'm not mad about it. I will accept it. be careful before you get us another Pringle guy.
You're right.
I mean, we already got Tommy Wiseau. That's bad enough.
It's not.
But
I mean, I'm glad they're telling us.
Yeah,
it's better than bricking consoles. It's better than having major issues. The whole thing of getting rid of saves and having to start again. That is, good to start again. And hopefully they fix that as well.
What were you gonna say?
We just had a person in chat ask, "What's going on?" A little bit of embarrassment and him losing his goddamn mind, but other
we were
than that,
talking about the new flavors of Pringle for Halo, and he accidentally brought up sexy Pringle guy.
Also, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for the follow. And I'm not mad about this. I have a couple people I would play Legion with. Maybe you, if you decide you want to. But I do have people I play Legion with, but I'm not like, oh my god, I'm never gonna play with them now because this has been pushed back to the end of my, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
chat. What? Yeah, you missed sexy Pringle guy by mistake.
Yeah.
We're not going back.
No, we're not going back.
Just rewind the stream.
It was as big as the Pringle can. I knew that would get him.
Oh, there's a prehistoric bird flavor.
This is another thing for you. Unless you want me to take it. I mean, I'm editing it.
He's not going to edit.
I'm not going to edit it. I'm too lazy.
All right. Epic Games has officially acquired Tonic Games Group, the developer behind Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. They showed the news while confirming your gameplay isn't changing, and Epic will continue to invest in making the game a great experience for players across platforms. I don't play. I'm fine with it.
I played once. It was fun. I don't know. I wouldn't mind playing it because I have it for free through Epic Games, the store during the PC freebie, but I've never popped into it. I never done anything with it, so I don't know. Maybe sometime in the future.
Yeah,
I just shrugged.
My big thing with it is they said that to all platforms, which means they're not pulling the Epic Game thing. We're pulling it from everything. So I don't have to worry about any of that,
Yeah.
So I'll be like, not that I'm even really worried because I'm not playing it, but that's kind of like the thing that's bothered me so far about Epic is the lockdown on these games are ours, and kind of preventing them from being on other things.
You're right.
So I'm glad that this shows they're not doing that.
They are still to a very small degree.
I mean, with this game.
With this game, thankfully, no. But I'm worried about in the future what they're planning on doing. Because, I mean, Fall Guys is still getting the play views. It's not as big as, let's say, Among Us, Fortnite, Warzone, etc. It's just, it's a game to lose the time with.
Yeah.
What's
for streams?
Yeah, oh yeah. Considering there's Twitch prizes. So yeah, of course. Remedy.
You might know them from such things as Control.
Okay.
Remedy Entertainment.
Yeah, okay. I played a little bit of that.
So, Remedy has announced that they have 2 games they're working on that are going to be in a shared universe. One will be a big AAA, and the other will be something smaller. They're saying a smaller experience. They did an interview with GameIndustries.biz. The CEO, Taro Verdala, explained that Remedy's multiplayer development teams are working on them. There are 4 teams in total working on 5 different games, and one of these 4 games is working on 2 titles funded by Epic, who's our last one.
Okay.
When we were focused on just creating one single story, I don't think we were utilizing enough of all of the hard work we did on creating the backgrounds of these worlds. I feel like he's referring to Control there. Oh, wait, here we go. With Control, we took the first steps in giving players more reasons to spend more time in the world, explore them, and that's been successful. With the project we've been doing with Epic, it's in a world we want players to spend more time in. There's more opportunities to explore the world and the brand than in one single game.
Okay.
So
I'm glad that they're wanting to build a universe, and hopefully if these 2 begin to pick up whatever this 2-pack of games becomes, hopefully it can become like an expanded universe type of thing. Because I love seeing more content in universes that I already enjoy.
I think it's going to be a new universe. The games are confirmed for PC and console release, but we do not have any other information on them. Now, I find this interesting because we kind of dealt with Control being a little money hungry.
A little bit when it came to old consoles to new consoles.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so now that they're getting bankrolled by Epic, I'm wondering if we're going to see a little bit more niceness towards the community.
Either niceness
to the consumer,
or
I should say.
Conformity, we'll call it, just because there's easy ways to handle this.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Hopefully, with the digital E3 that's going to be popping out in June, we might be getting some information. Hopefully, then we still got what 3 months? 3 months away? Yeah, 3 months away.
Something like that.
They're going to remedy their past. Look at you. That's a cute joke.
So, but yeah, we'll see what happens there.
Take a deep breath. Up. Shoe news.
I didn't breathe the entire time.
Huh?
I didn't breathe the entire time.
Okay. We got some shoe news, one of which is quite delicious. Bacon. Bacon flavor. So, Nike and DQM have made these bacon, and they look okay. They don't look any... The color scheme is bacon colored with the white, hot pink, red with the drizzle of browns. You know,
yeah.
Back fat.
Yeah,
can't be hating on them.
Did you say back fat?
It is back fat.
Oh.
I can't do nothing. These are to be released March 26th on a Friday. It apparently wants to lock down on that. For $140.
The chat. Imagine if you get a pair and it left bacon juice footprints.
Yeah, I'm good. And it stains like hard tile. I'm good.
They're interesting though.
They're very interesting. The second one,
too loud of a shoe.
Yeah, they're very what do they call it? Neutral tone.
Yeah.
The second one is. We'll wonder if it comes in on time. USPS or UPS. I'm sorry.
USPS.
Oh, okay. I was like, UPS? What? But that's funny. That's very funny. Ironically, this USPS-themed Nike Air Force Ones will be shipped with UPS. That's funny. I mean, they look fine. It is translucent with mostly white. So yeah, this one is, once again, lots of dirt. $120, no release date, but it is going to be this year. They're very
ugly.
Yeah. The back has a nice little... instead of it being the eagle, it's the Nike logo.
Yeah. Scroll back up. I want to see the inside.
Ugh, that sounded bad.
Oh, it was just a neck pop. Okay, it's interesting. I can't really make out what it says on the inside, but I'm the Nike something.
Oh my god, the USPS shoes come late after ordered.
They don't... I get that they're trying to make them look like they're packaged, but it kind of just made them look like they melted.
They do look a little plasticky, a little melted plasticky. Okay, so a dude was talking to a sailor's ghost. The ghost...
really quick for the listeners, this is a joke from the chat.
Yeah, joke from chat. So a dude was talking to a sailor's ghost. The ghost said to the man, "I met Blackbeard." The dude said, "How did it go?" The ghost looks at him and said, "Look at me."
Because he's a ghost.
Yeah, he's a ghost.
I get it.
I want... Last one
Why
is...
do they call you regular size Rudy? Look at me. Not a Bob's Burgers fan?
No.
Oh.
I've only seen like 2 episodes.
They meet a guy and he's called regular size Rudy, and they go, "Why do they call you regular size Rudy?" And he just goes, "Look at me."
So the last one is given to us by Reebok, and...
God, these are god-awful.
These are way wicked.
They're god-awful.
They're god-awful. $140, March 26th, Candyland.
They're fuzzy green.
They have fuzzy green all the way up the tongue.
They're green sparkle jello on the bottom.
Yeah.
Or gel on the bottom.
Yeah, like bowler shoes style.
They're white.
They're white, but the very front is...
pink with purple polka dots.
It's so strange. And it has rainbow trail on the fucking right.
Did I get the colors right?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Mine does color efficient ass over here.
Yeah, and on the inside of the tongues, it has the little start arrow where everyone starts off, and I'm just like...
What color is that on the back there?
This? Like a brown.
Okay. These are fucking ugly.
These are not great, but I'm glad that they're you know, doing more for them, and then they have a little key tag with one of the player tokens, which I'm like, that's kind of cool.
I ain't walking with that thing on.
Oh, fuck no. Last story we got.
So, as we know, not every movie gets made into a movie. So this comes through from Andy Weingarner. He's gotten some love on this. He says, "Hey, Star Wars fans, I've been working the past year on a comic book adaptation of Colin Trevorrow's Star Wars Episode 9 script, Duel of the Fates, and I'd like you to check it out. It will be 7 issues total when completed. Hope you enjoy it." And he drops a link. He dropped a cover and some panels. This is the Star Wars movie we never got. This is the Episode 9 we never got. This is what would have happened if Trevorrow got to make his movie rather than Abrams coming in and doing what he did with Rise of Skywalker. And I think this is something we need more of. Be careful before we get another Pingle guy.
Oh, god dang it. Curse you, Twitter! Curse you and your thirst traps!
But I think this is something that needs to happen for the Spider-Man 4 we never got from Sam Raimi. You know, there's plenty of other movies out there that I'd love to see get at least a comic book treatment.
Yeah.
Or sequels we didn't get.
Or
things like
bits that we don't see in the movie, you know.
There's plenty of films where the script gets all chopped up. Cool.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Yeah.
I mean...
So go ahead and check this out. Like I said, it's at Andy Weingarner on Twitter. He's got the link up there for you guys and a couple panels for you to check out before you go into it.
Yeah. Boop. There's what it looks like.
But I mean, this looks amazing.
Food.
And then his food.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it for...
Yeah, that's our short, quick episode for tonight.
Yeah, because we got, as I said, pizza cooling downstairs. It was a bit of a weird one, considering we started very, very late, because AEW. But we got our news out. We got everything we wanted to.
It also wasn't a huge news week, so.
Yeah. Be sure to check out Geek Grind down in the description. Be sure to use the code JUSTH20, that's JUSTH20 for 20% off your first order. And even if you have already used this code once before, just be sure to click that link down in the description, and usually up at the very top of the website is usually a code for either 20% off or something thereabouts, like buy 2 get 1 free, or I don't know, buy 2 bags of coffee, get a mug free. There's always something. There's something
always going on sale there.
Yeah.
Thank you to those of you that were in the chat. We'll be back to full-size episodes starting next week. We don't have next week's movies to announce to you because we don't have anything necessarily picked for tonight.
I'm on vacation.
He's on vacation.
Yeah, I mean,
not me. I'm on vacation.
Yeah, I'm on vacation. Like, I'll probably watch a couple things on such, but I'm not gonna be like, nah, this is homework. No.
So we'll be back here 6:30 Pacific time,
Pacific Standard Time on Sunday.
9:30 Eastern Time, and I can't tell you anywhere else in the world. I think 6:30 in England would be 2:30 in the morning.
So hopefully we'll see you there.
1:30 in the morning. They're 7 hours ahead.
Oh.
So it would be 1:30 in the morning when we start. But yeah, so be sure to check us out. 3:30 p.m. in New Zealand. See, a nice middle of the day. I like that our time works out so well for New Zealand.
Yeah.
We will probably catch the next AEW pay-per-view. We're a little up in the air right now on how we'll do that, but it may be something similar, but with more of a heads up. The next one will be May 30th.
And that is
Double or Nothing.
Oh, Double or Nothing. They all have similar names because it's all like casino themed.
They've got 2 that are casino themed, All In and Double or Nothing, and then they've got Revolution and Full Gear.
Oh,
yeah. The casino themed one was because they originally did it here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. And then, next week we'll be talking about the AEW that we just watched and WandaVision.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that.
We will not hold back on spoilers for WandaVision next week.
Oh, no. Yes. No. We will be ripping that shirt off because, holy crap, there's a lot to really discuss about that.
I'm not ripping any shirts off. Nope. Don't do it. You love the shirt.
I do love the shirt.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, wait.
Go ahead.
Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell a friend, tell an enemy, rate, review. That's it. Bye.
Bye. See you next week.